Welcome to Morgan's Caring Connection. We have officially celebrated our first year in business, and we are looking to share with you the exciting things that have happened over the last year. So we started back in February. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, and then we applied for our 501c3 the end of March, and as some know and some don't, I a week later quit my job, and I've been doing this full-time ever since. Looking back, we've done a lot in the last year. We have partnered with community businesses. We have done fundraising events. We've gotten givebacks from various businesses in the area. We've grown our board, and we've also restructured our board. And so I guess we'll start with some of our community partners. So we have partnered with Alice Good Coffee here in Verona. We have our own blend of coffee, and anytime anybody purchases Connection coffee from Alice Good, we get $5 donated back to us. We received a give back from Jersey Mike's and from the Vintage Brewing Company. We have partnered with Delta Beer Lab recently. We have white labeled 2 beers, and we're white labeling a 3rd. And those will be sold at various businesses that have also agreed to donate the proceeds back to us. We have done a lot through all the different chambers and networking opportunities over the last year. We grew our board. We are now going to be 9 strong. And we have an events committee which we're looking to really build and get stronger over the next year. That's probably one of our biggest objectives or goals is to get a good, strong events committee. We have now 6 events in 2025. However, our first one is this Sunday. So after that, we will have 5 events in 2025. They are May 4th at 10 Pin Alley. So it's May the 4th be with you, Strike Wars, where we're inviting teams to come and independently fundraise as well. And we're partnering up with Gigi's Playhouse for that one. Registration is on our website and live for that right now. And then in June, on the 12th, we're going to be at Toot and Kate's, and we're going to do a sip and support, where Kate Spade will also be there with a pop-up where we have a memorial charm that we designed in memory of Morgan, and people will be able to buy that or other pieces of jewelry in her memory. And then on June 28th, we'll be up in Sauk City at Shep's Bar, and we are going to have what we're calling a little bit of Nash. And there will be 4 singer-songwriters from Nashville, each performing independently for an hour. So it'll be 4 hours of fun there. And then in, let's see, that's in June. And then in August 4th, we're gonna have our fundraiser back again at the at Verona Ice Arena. And then October 2nd, we're gonna be at Delta Beer Lab. We're gonna do Pints with Purpose. And then Alloy Fitness is going to do a give back to us the whole month of October. So we got a pretty big lineup in 2025. Some big accomplishments. Our goal in 2025 was to award 1 grant. We did award 2 grants. In 2025, our goal is to award 5 grants. Coming this Monday, which is March 3rd, we will then have awarded 4 grants already. So you can see that there is definitely a need for people to get funding for the legal fees to pay for their estate plans. We are actively working with, I believe, 8 to 10 other families that have either applied and been approved for a grant, or they're already working with an attorney. And then we have helped a couple dozen other families connect with professionals for various services over the last year. Since the beginning of conception, we've now established some other relationships that I think are super important. We are now going to be featured on a page for the Arcadine County as the Resources in Education. Same thing with DSAW, Down Syndrome Association of Wisconsin. We are working with a couple other nonprofits as well. I'm presenting in May at the Circle of Life Conference to talk about us, and I've partnered with Liam Gilhooly from W.R. Stewart and Associates, who's an estate planner, and we're going to talk about how the two kind of come together and why it's important for families. One of the things that a lot of families don't know about Morgan's Care and Connection is that we don't care what disability people have. There are a lot of organizations out there that specifically focus on a specific disability. We don't. We cater our resources and education to any disability. The difference is the financial part of it. So when we award grants, there are eligibility requirements. We have recently started to consider income and assets as part of that qualification, because again, we really want to focus on the population that can't afford it. That wasn't a barrier that we had considered before, but we are finding that because we are so limited in our funding, that is part of it. Part of it is age, although we do have considerations for older individuals, and the reason being is because depending on the age demographic, people like myself are now finding that their parents are passing away or no longer have the ability to care for their siblings or maybe even their own children. So now that would be like our aunts and uncles, or siblings. So we do give consideration to that. But most importantly, it's the ability or disability. And in our case, we really focus on people like Morgan who are born with the inability to become independent. And so this is not for individuals that say may have an accident, like a car accident later in life, have a TBI and now are dependent. We just simply don't have the funding for that. But so we really want to focus on and make sure that we are following our mission, and that is for individuals like Morgan. So people with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, maybe autism, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome. And again, we really want to make sure that we're helping those individuals because the day will come where they will no longer be able to be taken care of by other individuals, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of. Over the last year, we started with what we feel is a very different way of providing resources, and that is through a vetted network. We now have anywhere from 30 to 40 professionals, varying from estate planning attorneys and financial advisors and insurance agents to realtors, home remodelers, cleaning and organizing services, and other services that families like ours tend to need for support. How we differentiate ourselves is by vetting these professionals. So we do have a process. The process usually is we find somebody that we think is going to be a good fit. They then apply. That application then goes to our committee. The committee then reaches out to the professional. They set an interview with them, and then once that is completed and they feel that they'd be a good fit as well, we take it to the board for a vote. And then we've now implemented a code of conduct. Again, we want to make sure that our missions align, that the professionalism is there, but also the personality. You have to be understanding, you have to be patient. You also have to have specific areas of knowledge that pertain to special needs. And a lot of people don't understand that. We've had several families that have come to us, and one of the questions that I ask them is, does your estate planning attorney really understand the needs for special needs preparation? Or does your financial advisor know how to navigate through special needs? And I find out a lot that they don't. So we want to make sure that they get aligned with people that do understand it, who they can trust, who are going to give them the services that they deserve and require. But not only that, it's people that come to us not always need funding. Here we go again.
It's perfect, we can cut into it.
Okay, sorry about that. I think it's another important thing to let people know that not everybody comes to us for grant funding. A lot of families come to us because they don't have the bandwidth to try to figure out where to go, who to talk to, who to trust, and they're looking for that connection to be made so that they don't have to figure it out. And in a lot of cases, we've negotiated discounts on rates. We've negotiated payment terms, but most importantly, it's just getting connected to the professionals that we know have that area of expertise and can help you.
Anything else you can think of?
Our resources, the empowerment sessions. So we offer empowerment sessions as part of our education, and that keeps growing. So every time we hear something that might be of concern or a challenge to a parent or guardian that they can't figure out, or maybe it's something that they just aren't even aware of. So we pick topics, and then we do a recording conversation that's kind of a Q&A, but I feel like it's very relatable and information that isn't going over their heads. And so what we do is we provide that on our website. The videos are no longer than 30 minutes in most cases. They're available 24/7. So we've expanded that to about 12 videos right now, and we keep lining them up. So I'm hoping by the end of the year we'll have another dozen or so videos for people to be able to access.
Do you want to put an appeal for people to donate?
Absolutely. Let's talk about volunteers for a minute. So a lot of people come to us to volunteer, which we are so very, very fortunate to have, because a lot of other nonprofits really struggle with that. However, when people come to us, just so you know, they can go to our website and apply, and then the application comes into us, and then we reach out and kind of conduct an informal interview just to make sure that we're a good fit and see what things you really want to do or enjoy doing, or what your flexibility is for time, and then try to match that up with things that work best for you. In our case right now, we're really looking for volunteers for events. Not a lot. We usually have anywhere from 12 to 20 volunteers per event for our bigger events, but more importantly for our committee. We really need to, over the next year, get a very strong events committee, because our goal is to only have one very large event in 2026. And if that goes well, then hopefully we'll just do that going forward. Sponsors and donors. I'll talk about sponsorships first. So for people curious about, let's try that again. For people interested in sponsorship, again, you can go to the website. We do have links for that. We offer 4 different tiers. Let's try that again. For businesses that are interested in sponsorship, we have all of our sponsorships on our website. We offer everything from $500 to $5,000. And for each one of those levels, we have a set of deliverables, and you can pick the events that you want to be recognized at. So you can look at our website for the different events that we have, and again, you can it's really simple to go right to our website and apply, and sign up for a sponsorship. For those of you inquiring about donations, for 2025, our big goal is to get, how do we say this? For people interested in donating, we have individual donations of one lump sum, or more importantly, our goal for 2025 is to get 100 reoccurring donations for a minimum of $15 a month. You can, again, go to our website and register for that at any time. And we have the option of $15 a month or $180 one-time donation. Trying to think if there's anything else really. Maybe I'll just talk briefly about the awards that we've won and the one that we're up for, well, I was nominated for. In October, I went to Las Vegas because I was nominated for Best Nonprofit Organization through Action Coach, but it's a big conference that's open to people from all over the country and outside of the country. So I guess it's, for better or lack of words, an international award. We were nominated. It was brought down to 5 finalists, and we did win that award back in October. We recently were nominated for the Athena Award here in Madison, which a lot of people are familiar with. For those who aren't, it's recognizing women that have provided leadership and have been a big part of their community in one way or another. And we had the award ceremony on March 13th. There's just been so many great things that have happened in the past year. I mean, volunteers are coming out of the woodwork. People approach us in places that we are totally unexpected about. Matter of fact, just last week, Kel was at Tootin' Kate's, and that she recognized that there was a new bartender when she was checking out, and he happened to recognize the last name and asked if she was Morgan's mom, and she said yes. And he said, "She was always such a bright light. She'll be missed."
Yeah,
We had no idea the impact that she had and continues to have. Yeah, we had no idea. And it's crazy. And the people that she touched, that have approached us with that passion that they want to help us give back and they want to help our organization, has just been overwhelming sometimes. It's interesting because for many, many years, my whole lifetime, I've worked so many jobs and done so many different career paths, and I cannot tell you enough that I not only know that I found my passion, but people see it. And people have come to me and said, "Oh my gosh, obviously we have other emotions, but I'm happy in what I'm doing for my career for the first time in my life." And people have just been absolutely amazing. And most importantly, we can't do this without everybody. I tell people all the time, they're like, "You're doing such amazing work." But I couldn't do it without all the support of everybody that comes out to help us. And whether it's business owners that offer in-kind donations to do consulting work with us, or videography, or help us with our website, or estate plan donations. I mean, it's just the amount of giving has just been incredible. In 2024, we had over $31,000 in-kind donations, which really offset our startup costs. So when people come to me, I've even had people from a professional side ask me, if you could quantify what it costs to start it, or how much time it took. I can't, because so many things have been given to us as a token of kindness, and so I can't quantify that. But just the outpouring of support from our community, I cannot even begin to tell you, has been absolutely amazing. We're going to be in the Mount Horeb Mail and all their publications in the next upcoming weeks as well. We've been in the Verona Press. We've been in neighborhood magazines through Best Version Media. We've been on the news on Channel 15. I mean, just all these wonderful people just continue to help us spread the word. And that's what we're looking to continue to do. Spread the word, tell everybody about